work on those together, but I did want to show you something. For all of you who don't know yet, and I have been meaning to send out an email kind of telling you about this app, and kind of there's a pretty cool story that goes along with how we even got to have this app. But on the Pronunciation Pro website, if you go into Resources and then Ruden Phonetics App, you'll get this right here, and hopefully you're seeing this. And it is a really, really cool tool for you to be able to look up words in Ruden Phonetics. So there was one student who just emailed me today and asked, I'm having trouble with the word particularly. So when I put that into the Ruden Phonetics app, you know, and I know a step further would be having then it say the word here in Ruden Phonetics, but let me just kind of explain to you how this works. So particularly, so this is written out in International Phonetic Alphabet spelling and then Ruden Phonetic spelling. So this is hopefully easier for you to be able to see how something's supposed to be pronounced based on just the spelling. So particularly, and this little dash right here, that means the stress. So that's the stressed syllable in the word, particularly. So it has that little dash mark right before the stressed syllable, particularly. I'm particularly interested in this word. I'm particularly interested in this word, particularly. All right, so use this Ruden Phonetics app. I think it can really be helpful for you. The other thing is then on dictionary.com, there is the audio. So if you type in the word and want to hear it, then you can, you know, click on that audio and it will play the word for you. So that really can be a helpful tool for some of those words that you're like, I am not sure how to do this. A combination of these two things, the dictionary.com that will say it for you, and Ruden Phonetic app that can spell it out for you. Good to know. Okay, so you emailed me a few words, and I wanted to go over those words with you. And I wanted to show you this Ruden Phonetics app. So I'm here under Resources in the Pronunciation Pro website under where it says Ruden Phonetics App. And are you able to see this where it says Ruden Phonetics?
Yeah, I can see it. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of show you the words that you had: agile.
Agile.
Yeah. So here's something interesting about this word is agile and agile. I've heard both pronunciations and both are correct. And actually, when you put it into dictionary.com, you'll see agile and you'll see agile. So here I toggled from IPA to spelling. So when you go to spelling, you can kind of see it more. It's kind of closer to Ruden Phonetics than anything. So agile and agile. Yeah.
Agile.
Okay, and get the longer I. Agile. So do this for me. Aisle. So instead of jul, aisle. So do this for me, aisle. Kind of like I'm going down the aisle. Aisle. Yeah, aisle. Okay, so good. You're getting that dark L in there. Agile. So agile is probably going to be the easiest for you to do. So agile. I'd say stick with that first syllable stress. Agile. Okay. Azure. Azure is the other one. Yeah, azure. So it has that zh sound like. Like in treasure, azure.
What's the position for the tongue? What's the position of tongue for the yeah.
So z, the sound z, this zh sound, z, is the same. So it's the same position as sh. So it's the same position as the sh sound, but it's voiced. Azure, azure.
I need to make longer I. Open the big mouth. Open the mouth a little bit big.
So do this for me. Asher. Do that word. Asher.
Asher.
Okay, it's going to be the same mouth position. We're just going to turn on our voice there. So instead of Asher, azure. Azure.
So
do this for me. Yeah, so just put your hand on your throat when you do the SH sound.
I put my hands on the throat. I feel a little bit vibrate. Azure.
Yeah, there you go. Azure. Good.
Azure.
And make sure it's kind of that friction. It's the same as the SH sound, but just with the voice. Okay?
Okay.
Azure. So practice that, getting that voice on. Same thing as the SH sound, but it's the z. So same mouth position, but we're turning on our voice.
Azure. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so do this for me. File. And this font, actually, I've been thinking about changing it because the long I and the L kind of look the same. But file, it has the I, and this is the same thing as I.
File.
File. So the difference between file and fire. So you had been wondering about fire and file. So let me get these between. So file, we have to have that dark L in there, whereas fire, and it kind of has fire has kind of your. Do that for me. Your. Fire.
Fire.
Yeah. So then file. And you can kind of put a Y in there too. File.
You said it's F-I-L-E, right?
Yeah. So file. Am I showing the right thing here? So.
Fire.
There you go. File. Fire.
Yeah.
Good. So practice that file a little bit more this week.
File.
Good. Good. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to say these 4 words, and then I want you to go back to the recording of this webinar, and you can practice them, with the recording too. So, agile or agile are the 2 pronunciations of that. Azure, it has that z sound. Azure. File and fire. Okay. All right, so go back to be sure to go back to the recording of this webinar. So remember the date and kind of go back to the recordings, and I'll have those up here this week, and you can go back and practice those with it.
Okay, I will.
All right, thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
All right, and I realize that, going through some of these, it's not as easy as just going into dictionary.com, hearing it, seeing it on Ruden Phonetics. I realize that when you're having trouble with specific sounds of English, like the ol sound or the sound, or the Z sound. If you can't quite get your mouth in position, it's not going to be as easy as just, you know, hearing it or seeing the way it's supposed to be pronounced and doing it. Sometimes it's a matter of working through those, and that's why we want to be here to help you. Okay?